Did you know electric guitars changed music forever? Let's explore their fascinating journey, how they work and how they developed from an eccentric idea to the mainstay of popular music the world over. The early electric guitar developed in the 1930s. Musicians sought louder instruments so as to be heard over multi-part jazz and swing bands employing a wide variety of horns, piano and drums. Inventors experimented with electromagnetic pickups to amplify sound and give guitar players more control of their music. The first truly viable electric guitar was the Rickenbacker frying pan. Created by George Beauchamp in 1931, it shaped guitar history and demonstrated that an electric guitar really was viable. Meant to take advantage of the newfound popularity of Hawaiian music, it used an aluminum body in a round, frying pan shape and a single electromagnetic pickup to produce an electrical signal that was sent to a loudspeaker and reproduced as sound. Meet Charlie Christian. Christian was a renowned jazz and swing guitar player who revolutionized lead guitar with his innovative pickup design. His design was the first coil pickup using a coil of thin copper wire wrapped around a bar magnet and mounted under the strings. Christian's pickup set the standard for virtually all later types, and was in fact bought by Gibson Guitars and used in most of their pre-war models. Then came Les Paul. His solid-body guitars and recording techniques changed music production. The Les Paul guitar remains iconic for its tone and playability. It combined a solid mahogany body with a glued-in neck and 2 or 3 pickups of various types. This created an instrument with truly amazing tone and sustain. Les Paul guitars have been used by a huge number of guitarists from Jimmy Page to Slash. Leo Fender transformed electric guitar production in the 1950s. He introduced mass production methods and iconic models like the Telecaster, Stratocaster and Jazzmaster. Fender created relatively simple guitar bodies cut out of solid ash or alder wood, with bolted-on necks made from maple. This allowed for Fender guitars to be easily mass-produced and sold at a relatively cheap price point. Fender guitars began to take over the market almost immediately, with Stratocasters famously used by the likes of Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and Jimi Hendrix, while the Telecaster became hugely popular with country and western artists. Fender also created a popular line of amplifiers to go along with his guitars, further contributing to music. So, how do electric guitars work? They convert string vibrations into electrical signals using pickups. Pickups are magnets wrapped in wire. They capture string movement and send the signal to an amplifier, where it is strengthened and converted back into sound. Amplifiers allow the guitar to be played at volumes that can fill an auditorium. The two main pickup types are single coils and humbuckers. Single coils are bright and clear, humbuckers are warmer and fuller. As the name suggests, single coils use only one coil of copper wire around the magnets. Humbuckers, by contrast, use 2 coils operated out of phase with one another. This has the effects both of cutting off some of the bright, high tones while also canceling out hum that is often caused by the pickups reacting to electronic interference that can come from stage lights or PA systems. Electric guitar woods matter too. Mahogany, maple, and alder impact tone and sustain. Denser woods like mahogany tend to allow for more sustain and give darker, warmer tone. Less dense woods like alder and ash tend to have brighter tones, while maple with its hardness gives some of the brightest tones of any wood. Many other wood types have also been used by different manufacturers, and some guitars have even been made of unusual materials like masonite, graphite, carbon fiber and even plexiglass. Another feature that has become common on guitars is a tremolo. It's a device that alters pitch by including a bridge mounted on springs with a handle attached. This allows the strings to be very quickly loosened or tightened, resulting in some wild pitch changes that many rock guitarists came to favor. Important designs include the Stratocaster's synchronized tremolo, the Bigsby tremolo popular in country music, and the Floyd Rose locking tremolo which allowed more modern players like Eddie Van Halen, Steve Vai and Joe Satriani to take pitch shifting to a crazy new level in the 80s and 90s. Guitar effects are also used to enhance sound. Common types are distortion, delay, chorus, reverb, and fuzz. They can transform a simple tone into many unique sounds. Distortion creates a growly sound well known in rock and metal music, while chorus creates a shimmery effect that was popular in the 60s and 70s. Delay is used to create subtle echoes and is best demonstrated by U2's The Edge. Reverb is another very common effect used to mimic the sound of playing in a large room. How do guitar amplifiers work? They boost the electrical signal from the guitar. There are two main amplifier types, tube and solid state. Tube amps use vacuum tubes while solid-state amps use transistors. Tube amps provide warmth, while solid-state amps deliver consistency. Since the electric guitar has gained such popularity, the earlier and more historical examples are often now considered collector's items. Prices for Gibson, Fender, Rickenbacker, and Gretsch vary. Collectible models can fetch thousands or even tens on thousands of dollars. Modern guitars range in price from budget to premium. Brands like PRS, Ibanez and ESP offer great options. Production in countries like Japan and Mexico expanded choices for guitarists starting in the 1980s. This greatly increased the number of quality instruments on the market while lowering prices, making excellent instruments available to young and amateur players. Several major makers have long since introduced their own economy brands to meet this market, with Fender introducing the Squier line and Gibson making economy guitars under the Epiphone brand. So, how do you choose the best guitar? Consider playability, sound, and what feels comfortable. The best thing you can do is play a large number of different makes and models, and see which ones feel best, and which ones sound the way you want. There are really no wrong choices. If you enjoyed this dive into electric guitars, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more exciting topics.